Draymond Green has been suspended indefinitely by the National Basketball Association.
I mean, good.
That's potentially a long time.
Indefinitely.
Yeah.
They're not even going to put a number on it. That's how displeased they are with Draymond Green's behavior. The phrase that they use, let me get this right, in a statement is the reason why they are suspending him indefinitely is this takes into account Green's repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts.
That makes sense.
And would you care to guess the number of times he has been suspended in his Hall of Fame career? Because, again, we need to keep on saying this. Hall of Fame career. Total suspensions.
17.
I know this year already.
What do you have?
17.
Oh, I was going to say like 7.
What do you got, Mike?
12.
All right. It's interesting. Normally, you're spot on because you're the only one who's played Price is Right. And as you know, it's always Price is Right rules here. Chris Brockman gets to come out of the contestants row. It's 6. You were closest without going over.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Closest without going over.
I know.
It all began. I feel like I'm Peter Falk reading the story.
Put your glasses on. It all began.
I just did. Well, we all know, 2016. That's the first time he was suspended. When he kicked LeBron in the King James Jewels.
Could cost the Warriors a championship.
And it was in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. And then he didn't play, and then LeBron and the Cavs won the next 3. So, and that was the first time that Draymond Green started costing his teammates. I mean, don't you remember? He gets suspended for Game 5, and he's across the street watching an Oakland A's game with Marshawn Lynch. And it started it all with, yes, they won championships, the Warriors, with him. Multiple ones, and the ones that are putting him in the Hall of Fame. But it was the beginning of the Warriors saying, okay, this is what we get with Draymond, but he costs us. And then it was 2 years later, he got a 1-game suspension from the Warriors when he and Kevin Durant got into it in a huddle in Los Angeles in a Clippers game. Went to overtime. And they went at it, and Draymond got suspended, and Bob Myers, now on ESPN, the general manager at the time, said, we're going to keep it in-house. But apparently it spilled into the locker room. So the Warriors were like, we'll take it into account. We'll take it into our own hands. Well, that didn't fix anything either. And then I guess you could say that not much happened in between then and this year, but something did. We'll get to that in a second. The other 4 suspensions were this calendar year. All of them.
Wow.
He got a game suspension in March of 2023 for his 16th technical. Did you get a cake with that, too?
The A-Rod birthday cake?
I don't know.
To you.
Sweet 16? I don't know. You take Ducky to the prom? Oh, that's a very bad reference. Was it?
It's like a 35-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Molly Ringwald. But cake, that's
there you go.
too.
You and I, right? Like that?
We're
A
simpatico.
month later, he gets a 1-game suspension because of what he did to the, I guess, stomach/groin area of Sabonis in Sacramento in a playoff game. And then this November puts his hands around Rudy Gobert's neck. 1-game suspension there. 5 games, pardon me. 5. And then a month later, flinging it Nurkic, in which he said, it was unintentional. He doesn't usually flop to sell a foul. It was his arms he likes to flail, and he just flailed into a guy that he knew was directly behind him. Didn't mean to do it, which is why he was apologizing for it, which is weird, which means when he means to do it, he won't apologize for it.
Yeah, right.
So I was looking in the statement from the NBA. I guess there was no apology from the commissioner's office saying, I'm sorry I have to do this, because he meant to do it.
Didn't want to do it.
And
Felt I owed it to
by the
him.
way, of the 6 suspensions I just mentioned, none of them for striking Jordan Poole in the face. Remember that? The
Not
Warriors
even by
did
his-
not
not
suspend
even by his own team.
The Warriors did not suspend him.
Interesting.
And I think a lot of people have since then said, it's Jordan Poole's fault that he caught one from from Draymond because
If you listen to Draymond Green speak, he's been playing the victim this whole time.
he's the one who got shipped out. And you could see in Washington, D.C., not working out for him there either.
Nope.
And he's the problem child. And I just am wondering if the fact that they did not suspend him for that, and again, we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Something's up. March, April, November, December of 2023. 4 suspendable acts. And that's why the NBA is saying they're not putting any time on it in terms of when he can come back, because according to Woj's phraseology here, the league didn't want to put a specific number on the suspension, but wants to allow Green the time he needs to deal with the challenges he's facing. And in terms of that, you know, if you want to cue up the soundbite from yesterday, if you don't mind, when he was told about what Nurkic had to say. Remember, Nurkic said afterwards he made a glancing reference to, at least he didn't put his hands around my neck. Yeah. And if you saw Booker didn't laugh at that one.
Yeah, I thought he would.
I thought it was a laugh line, but I don't think anybody's finding this funny. But then again, Nurkic has every reason to be cynical. He's the one that got hit in the head,
right,
and face.
Yeah,
I think that brother needs
from somebody who said, "I'm sorry because I didn't mean to do it. If I mean to do it, I won't apologize." Okay. And so Nurkic said that, you know, he needs help, and this was mentioned to Green.
Respect. I still know what my intentions were, but respect. I think we all need help. I don't think any of us are too perfect, so respect. But I'll tell him the same thing I just told you. I'm gonna apologize to him, and I didn't intend to hit him. So, but he has a right to feel how he want to feel about it, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to go back and forth on how he feels about it. It's on him.
I don't know him. He's never been on the program, and I don't know him. Honestly, the only thing I know of him is his play on the court and the repeated offenses and the number of times his Hall of Fame stellar play has helped the Warriors win by doing everything, by being sort of the point forward, by doing the dirty work down low that everyone needs to have in an NBA championship season, by being the guy who will occasionally hit the open shot, open three when everybody sags, by being the guy that does it all, plays defense, rebounds, blocks, does it all. You know, the famed Draymond Green triple doubles, right?
Yeah.
Come out of his Hall of Fame greatness.
Sometimes the offense runs through him.
Correct. And other than that, though, we just see him. I'll see him on TNT, and he seems engaging. And then you see him in these situations, and you're going, "What the heck is his malfunction?" As I said yesterday, if there is a serious mental health issue here, then I apologize for that sort of phraseology. But I don't know. According to Woj, Green, the GM Mike Dunleavy Jr., and his agent Rich Paul are expected to meet Thursday to start discussing a path of counseling and assistance for Green to move forward. So that's the update on one of the best players we've seen in the last 10-plus years in the NBA. At it again, and hopefully he'll just sit there and go, why do I keep finding myself in this situation? Barkley said he's frustrated because he's not the same player anymore. That's what he said on Dan's show. He also said the Warriors should step in and suspend him first. I guess the NBA is like, we got this.
They had their chance, and
with Jordan Poole again.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering the fact that they didn't do anything there, even if there's stuff behind the scenes, personal stuff that we have no idea that in any way, shape, or form could condone what Draymond did to his teammate Jordan Poole. I do not know. But all I know is since the calendar turned from that incident to 2023, 4 suspensions, 4 of them. One of them because he got 16 technicals. And then assaulting 3 NBA players, Sabonis, Gobert, Nurkic. Which is why the NBA's got to step in. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.